Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it's time for the next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 498, counting down to 500 classes. Our 500th Saturday with Stacy will fall on National Scrapbooking Day, and no, I didn't plan it that way, but boy, oh boy, do I have some great stuff for you. I've got an amazing YouTube class for you on National Scrapbooking Day. Today is no different. It is amazing, the product that we have for you. I have the latest collection from Simply Defined. Hello, hello. I have new product from Sizzix. I've got new product from Crafter's Companion. I've just got a whole lot of goodness sitting in front of me, and this is a full-length technique-based class. Full-length, technique-based, commercial-free. Now, I can't help it if YouTube puts a commercial in the front of my class and at the end of my class. That I can't control. But there is no commercials throughout my class. I'm not big on commercials. You're not big on commercials. So at SMS, we choose to not monetize our channel. I use all their bandwidth and don't monetize, but you know what? That's the deal, so. Now, I have winner chicken dinner to talk to you about, but I think I would be remiss if I didn't talk to you a little bit about Heartfelt Creations. So Heartfelt Creations has announced that this will be their last year. I believe the last collection they're doing is June, maybe July, and that they're looking to wind things down by the end of the year. I have known Emmalou and Richard for years. We were purchasing Heartfelt Creations when they just really started. I mean, really, when they started way back when Spellbinders made their dies. And I think, gosh, they didn't have paper, they didn't have anything. It was really back in the beginning. Because, you know, we've been in business here almost 20 years. And so it's been a long time. So I understand that they've made the decision to take a step back and find some new opportunities that may have presented themselves, spend time with the family. I know that Emmalou's mother is very involved in all of the designing. And again, I think I would be remiss if I didn't honor them and say what an achievement and what innovation they brought to the industry. They were the first ones really to do matching dies and stamps and layering and things of that nature. They were always on the forefront of the crafty world and in design aspect, and really truly innovators. And I'm sure it must have been hard to make the announcement, but I want them to know how grateful we are that they are part of this crafty community and that they brought their talents to all of us, from a retailer who purchased their product to sell to you, to the consumer, you, who was able to make the most beautiful things. We've had friends who worked for them as designers. I mean, it's been an evolution to see how their business started and where it has come to. And there should be a sense of pride, true pride in all that was accomplished during those years. We may not have some of the things that we have, what we think of as easy peasy now, wasn't at some point, and they really took the forefront of some of that. And you have to give credit where credit is due. And on top of that, they're good people. You put all the crafty innovation and years of doing business and beautiful product, you put that all aside, and they're still beautiful, wonderful people that we only wish the very, very best for, whatever road that takes them down. We hope that they find the same joy and that we found using their products, that they, whatever they move on to, they find that same joy that they gave to us for all of these years. So I just want to acknowledge a company that has done well, that has lived well and brought us the most amazing things throughout the years. And whether they end at the end of the year and that's the last we see of them, or at some point in the future, who knows what's going to happen, I just want them to know that we at Scrapbooking Made Simple have always valued them and always appreciated them and has always respected them and always wants the very, very best for them. All right, you guys. So to everybody at Heartfelt Creations, this is going to be an amazing last year. Just enjoy the ride, and you have earned it. Absolutely. All right, so for today I have my product, I have Sizzix product, I have I have a new tool from Crafter's Companion, I have Winner Chicken Dinner to talk about. Are you ready? Let's go see who we've got as Winner Chicken Dinner. I have two of you. Hello, two of you. Our first winner from $4.97, which was the Find It trading kits. Ooh la la. Oh, and I want to let you know, so we are currently processing, Tim Holtz orders are starting to go out. So Tim Holtz orders are starting to go out. We've got Make It Mondays going out. We've got Thursday expedites going out. Spellbinders Thursday expedites should be here probably on Monday. We'll start shipping those out. And we are working on YouTube number 494. 494 is where we're working, just to give you an update. Actually 494 and 495. So if you've got orders in, just keep looking. You'll see your status change, and once you know you're in awaiting fulfillment, that means we have started to process those orders. Okay, our winner chicken dinners. There's a lot going on, let me tell you. For 7 of us, we move, man, we move. Okay, our first winner is Dorothy. Dorothy Aote, is that right? Aote? Am I close, Dorothy? You are a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Congratulations to you. Yay, Dorothy. Wahoo kachoo. I expect you to be doing the winner chicken dinner dance when we start. But you are not alone. We always have 2. Our next winner is Mitch. M-I-C-H. No, Mitch. Yeah, Mitch. There's no T in there, though. Mitch. Valicate? Mitch Valicate? I don't know. It's French, isn't it? I'm going to say Mitch Valicate. And the T is sound. Mitch? Mitch, is that you? If it is, you're a winner chicken dinner. I know I probably didn't say your last name right, but that's okay. $25 is yours. And look it. Mitch, the check mark is there. That means the money's already in your online account. Look, Dorothy, it's already in your online account. The check mark's there. Congratulations to the both of you. Do you know how they got to be a $25 winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple? They left a comment below. Look down. There's a place to leave a comment below. Live chat comments do not count. Below. Post your comment. We approve them at some point. James, my son, SMS guy James, usually does it on Wednesdays. He'll approve all the comments because some of them we can't. Some of them are spam. Some of them want to sell you a car warranty. So we approve the comments, and then you go into the running to be a winner. So for these 2 lucky peeps, Mitch and Dorothy, what do we have to do? We have to do our winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner chicken dinner. You're a winner chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to the both of you. I hope you enjoy your $25. Spend it on whatever makes your heart happy. And What I can tell you is if you don't post, you will never ever win. It's just not possible. So, and the posting can be anything. It can just be hi. Hi, had a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Hi from sunny Arizona. Hi from hot Texas. Hi from rainy Florida. Whatever it is you want to post, as long as it is kind and we can approve it. Once that's all we ask. Keep it kind and make sure we can approve it. And that way you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. Now today I have got oodles to show you. This is definitely a technique-based YouTube. There's no question about it. This is going to take a little bit of time to walk through. I'm going to start super simple. I'm going to assume that we have newbies here, so I'm going to do some very basic things, but then we are going to get extremely technique-y. And this might be a YouTube that you either want to take notes for or you want to jot down the YouTube number. And if you do end up placing an order, there is a note section. You can, and when you go to checkout, you can put YouTube number 498 in that note section. So when your product arrives, you know what YouTube to go back to refer to. But this is definitely a technique-based YouTube. So hang on, folks. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. They're not scripted. I just kind of go with it and we see where it lands. It's always a walk on the wild side here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Okay, so I'm gonna tilt on down. I'm gonna show you some samples and we're gonna get started for today. Are you ready? Good, down we go, bye. It's always a walk on the wild side. I don't edit my videos. I don't splice them together. I don't voice over. I don't dub. It's just what it is. All right, so a couple samples to show you. So this is a new Simply Defined die. And then we go here. These are what I was playing with last night. And then this, I think, is one of Claire's samples. Look at how pretty is that. So I think I'm going to start by showing you quickly the 6 dies that we have. And I have storyboards for later, but let me go through and show you the 6 dies that we have. So we start here, and there is the design. They're very much freehand one-line drawings. And then we go here, and this is the design. So again, all very much freehand one-line drawings. Everything's kind of connected. And then we go here, which may be my favorite because it's got the butterfly. And yes, if there was room for words, I added words. Okay, and then we go here. So my dies are A2 size. They're a full A2 size. They are $13.99 a die, unless you buy all 6, and then we bring them down to $9.99 a die for a full A2 size die. Yes, I know. They're value priced for sure. And then the last one is here. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what we're going to be playing with today. And as I said, I'm going to start pretty simple. I'm going to assume that there are people out there who have never seen die cutting before. So I am going to die cut. And that way we can show them what a die cutting machine is. And I think I'm going to die cut this one out of black. Hello. So my dies tend to be intricate, and this is definitely a more intricate die. Not that it's got a lot of, a lot of lines in it, but my lines are very, very thin. I like the dies to be as delicate as they can be, and that means that the lines can be very, very thin. So this is a wafer style die. It's chemically etched. That's the type of die it is, which means that it has been run through a machine with chemicals and the metal gets etched down and made into what you see. There is no blades, but there are these ridges on the die, and that's what's going to cut the paper. So no blades at all. The flat side, if you try to cut with the flat side, you're not going to get anywhere with it. So you need to use the ridges side. And you can't cut super heavy things like leather or flashing perhaps with these because there is no blade to it. But paper and oodles of other products, absolutely. So I'm going to bring over my die cutting machine. I have my Sizzix Big Shot machine here. I have got my base platform that comes with your machine. I have got my solo shim that comes with your machine. You're going to need this because we are working on a wafer style die, and you're going to need that little shim to make it work. But I'm also using a precision base plate. So a precision base plate is sold separately. It does not come with any of the machines, and this is what allows you to do wafer style dies that are intricate so that you cut every last piece. If you are working with an intricate style die and you've got your cut plate and your paper and your die and a do not cut plate, let's grab a do not cut plate. And you're rolling it through and it's not cutting. You're rolling it back and forth, you're rotating, and it's just not cutting. Chances are it's a very intricate die, and you're going to need to use a precision base plate. The precision base plate takes the place of your bottom cut plate. So a typical sandwich would be your base platform, your solo shim, your bottom cut plate, your paper, your die, and then a do not cut plate, and you would send that through. With a precision base plate, you no longer need the bottom cut plate. Your precision base plate takes the place of that, and you always want your precision base plate to not have the instructions facing up. If I start to cut and I can read how to use this, I need to stop and I need to turn it around. You want to see that chrome facing you. Then you put your paper down and your die down. I'm going to put my die at a slight angle as opposed to perpendicular, or parallel, I'm sorry, parallel to my roller in my machine. If I go parallel to the roller in my machine, when it starts to feed in, the roller has a hard time grabbing this entire line all at the same time, and you might hear a pretty loud ka-thump. Let's see if I can make a ka-thump happen. So I'm gonna send it through straight in. Let's see if we can get a ka-thump. Okay, so there was one. And then usually on the, okay, so that might be what you hear. Is it harming the die or the machine? No, it's not. But it might not be a sound that makes your heart happy. So the easiest way to not have that is to slightly angle your die so that it feeds into the machine. It would feed this corner in first and then roll it down, and you won't have the loud ka-thumps. Now this one cut. And all my bits and pieces fall out. And there is a die cut. Ooh, right? Pretty. Now what you do with this is entirely up to you. Absolutely. There's lots of things that can be done with it. I can just use it just like this and frame it out and call it done. It's just, is that the yellow we like? Are we going to go with that one, or maybe a pink? That looks pretty too. So I could take some sticky dots. These are a Simply Defined product. They're sticky dots. You get 10 sheets. They are meant for intricate dies. Well, they're meant for a lot of things. There are hundreds and thousands of sticky dots on this sheet right here, and this is the liner. So I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna put this die right down on it, because getting glue on this die, the lines are very, very thin. In fact, I can even pull it all the way to the edge because the dots go all the way to the edge. Put it down and give a good press. So where you see the paper, the sticky dots are going to adhere to. Where you don't see any paper, the dots are going to stay there so you can come back and use them with something else. So for people who are new to die cutting, it's easy. It really adds a lot to your crafts. There's so much to be done with dies and stamps and embossing folders, but you have to start with a machine. And just like that, my die is down. So it literally can be as simple as this. Put a sentiment on it. This one comes with "So sorry" is the sentiment. I could put a sentiment on it, put it onto a card base, use this as an embellishment in a scrapbook or a mini album, whatever you're making, but you definitely have options. So that is just very basic, simple, easy die cutting. Next thing we're gonna do, take it one little step further for folks, is I think I will take a piece of white paper and I bet I didn't cut that big enough. Ooh, by the hair of a chinny chin chin. This is my next die that I'm gonna play with. Before we get into the super holy smokes artichoke stuff, I just wanna show people who have never worked with dies before how simple they can be. So I'm working with my hummingbird and flower. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, I'm getting good with, I'm getting, my eyes are, my eyes eyeballing it is getting pretty good in my old age. Wow. So I've cut it out of white paper. And this time I'm gonna put on my white paper sticky dots. I'm gonna do the entire sheet. So open it up. I'm gonna put it down. And I'm gonna do the entire sheet with sticky dots, all of it. Give a good rub. And all the sticky dots in this area are going to pill up. But before I grab that, I'm gonna cut my die. That tape off so it does not stick to my, there we go. And it doesn't have to be in black, it can be in any color that you want. Go this way. So I'm going to cut my die, bring over my machine. I'm still going to use my precision base plate. Instead of putting my die parallel to my roller, I'm going to slightly rotate it just so I don't get those thumps like I did before. Do not cut plate over the top of it and send it on through. Now I can choose to rotate it if I want to when I get to the end. And I just do a quick little rotate, and that allows the roller to hit the die in a new and unique way, because every die machine has a sweet spot and no two sweet spots are the same. Your machine is going to be slightly different than mine, and the more you use your machine will change over the years. It will loosen up. Ooh. Okay, so I want to keep. I want to keep. Do I want to keep? No, I'm not going to use the black. I'm just going to use the black as my cut. And into the trash it goes. Yes, I came very close to making the whole thing into the trash. Get out all my little pieces and pop my die out. And bam, just like that. I have my die. Now I'm going to go back and grab that white piece of paper that has all those sticky dots on it. And I'm going to pull it up. And now I have sticky dots over the entire sheet. Like, why did you do that? Because this is the easiest way to paper piece ever. Put your die right down on it. Give a good press, get it into place. And it is instantly stuck to your white paper. Now I can go in and I can cut this die in any color I want. So let's say I want to make my flower. Got my little black pieces. Say I want to make my flower one color, and I want to make my hummingbird something else. So I'm going to set this aside right here for now, and I'm going to grab a couple colors. Let's say I do this one, and maybe I do this one, and maybe I do this one, and I'm just taking snippets because I don't need to cut the whole thing. I might want to cut this flower there, and I might want to do the gosh, I don't even need that much. Do this there, and I might be able to cut two pieces at the same time. So I'm not trying to cut out my entire die. I'm just trying to cut snippets out, individual little pieces of the die. I don't need the whole thing. I've got the whole thing, right? I have it on that piece of paper. So let's bring over our machine and let's see if we can cut some of this out all at the same time. I'm asking a lot of the machine because I've got multiple sheets of paper down, but I only need different elements of it. So if I don't get the pink flower, that's okay, because I'm really trying to just get the yellow flower. And let's send it on through. Oh yeah, a little tighter, but that's okay. And I'm definitely gonna do a rotate. I'm just gonna rotate the whole thing 180 degrees and send it on back. And let's see. Oh yeah, little creaks and cracks, that's fine. That's like the sign of it's cutting. And let's see what we've got. So I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. I do want that. Oh, I did get both of them. I want that. And I want that. And that's blue on the bottom. And I want that. Am I going to get that out? I don't know. All right, so I've got a few pieces to work with. Now I can bring back my piece of paper that has got sticky dots all over it. It's sticky right now. And all I have to do is decide what I want to layer in. Where's the rest of my flour? I've got here. And all I have to do is layer it in. I don't have to use glue. All I have to do is find the pieces and layer them in. And look at how easy is that. So this is easy peasy paper layering. I need to find that one. I'm not sure where it is. That one's there. Yeah, I need to find that one. Wait a minute. Is it all under here? Or is it in here? I'm missing my one little piece of flour. Okay, so let's just finish cutting this because now I can't find where I put it. Oh, wait a minute. This one is here. Okay. I need my little head topper guy. Can I get that out? Oh, here. There. So he's coming along. I'm going to go ahead and do that one. I've got a piece right here. So I'm going to throw this away because I'm not sure where. No, I think I didn't. Oh, wait. Nope, I didn't cut that piece, that little one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this, my little, oh, wait a minute. Is it right there? Nope. So let's pull this out. And we'll cut my flour one more time. cut it in. I cut it in the yellow. This time, make sure I get my whole thing. Will I get the whole thing in there? So I need that piece way up there. All right, so I'm gonna cut my flower one more time just to get the few little pieces that I didn't get. And all I care about is that little area I didn't get. So paper piecing doesn't have to be hard. It can be super fast and super easy. Using sticky dots as your base. Let's see, how did I do? Well, now I definitely got the whole flower. This time let's be careful when I pop things out. Okay, there's the piece I'm missing. No, I think I might like it in that one. Let's put it in there. And then those little pieces. So that one in there. So you get the gist of how paper piecing works. And then you've got the background to work on. Well, I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to do the background. So now it's up to you. What do you want to do the background in? Do you just want to do it in plain paper? Do you want to do it in blues or purples? Or do you want to make a piece of paper? You can absolutely do that too. We can grab a sheet of white. We can grab some colors. And I'm just gonna go kind of all over. I'm just making my background. Maybe I add on a little bit of green. Maybe a little more blue. And maybe even some soft pink. Because why not, right? I think I'm going to use cotton candy, maybe a little darker. That soft pink is just going to kind of blend all of it together. All right, let's see. Do I have a piece big enough? Why, yes. Yes, I do. And I'm going to throw this through my die cutting machine. One last time. And then we're going to move on to a harder technique. But this gives an opportunity for those who have really never seen die cutting before and didn't fully understand what it does and how it can work and what you can do with it. This gives them the opportunity to see how pretty it can be. And those sticky dots for paper piecing are ABC 1, 2, 3 easy. Paper piecing used to be you would have to add glue to every one of those elements, but because you're already working on sticky, it's just, you just lay your paper down and away you go. It doesn't have to be any more challenging than that. So I'm gonna line this up, send this through. I think I'm probably good with one cut. And this time I'm going to take those background pieces. Those super big background pieces. And I'm just going to put them in. And because you're on sticky dot, you have a chance to pull up and put back down. So if you didn't line it quite right the first time, no problem. And I'm going to pop out all of these big background pieces and just fill in my whole design. This is paper piecing made easy. Made simple. Paper piecing made simple. And so I didn't get that one quite in the right place. I'm going to bring it back out and put it back in because you have time before it becomes permanent. Once it's permanent, you're done. Let's see if I can get this just a little bit better. Come on. Line that up there, line that up there. I think I'm going to move this up just a little bit, just so it fits a little better. And we're paper piecing. So you have a choice. Simple, easy, a little bit more. And then I'm going to cut off the outside because this is still sticky. And I would finish it off and put the rest of mine in, but simple and easy. Pretty. Done. And I still have this piece that I can go back and use. Because remember, we used the negative. So I still have this piece to use because I used the fallout pieces here. Now you do something with this. It's a twofer. It's a net zero waste type of product. You use it all. But you need those sticky dots to help with that paper piecing. Otherwise, paper piecing can be a little frustrating, trying to glue everything in place, or this makes it so simple. The glue's already there. You just put your paper down and off you go. And then cut off the edges and mat. So you would finish it off and do a better job than I did, but this is just to give people an idea. All right, so 1, 2, done. 1, 2, done. Moving on. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is a new product from Sizzix. New product from Sizzix. And, oh, should we try this one? 2. Oh, we can try this one. We'll try this one. We'll see. The next is a new product from Sizzix. And it is their, what they're calling masking film. So it's brand new from Sizzix. They're calling it masking film. It comes in 10 sheets. They're A4, I believe they're A4 in size. 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. So there's 10 sheets. It's pretty remarkable stuff, I will have to tell you. I saw it a while ago, and the minute I saw it, I knew that there was things I was going to want to do with this, because what it ultimately is a piece of thin plastic vinyl that has almost like a Post-it note type of adhesive to it. So you can use it again and again and again, and it doesn't tear your paper, but the sticky doesn't necessarily go away. You can reuse them several times. Eventually you might lose the sticky, but it's going to take quite a while. And they were really brought out, well, you know, a lot of people have been showing them. Let's just do something simple. So let's assume I had a die. Let's assume I had a die that cuts squares. Or circles or hearts. I'm sure I have one somewhere, but we're going to freehand this. And I brought over my paper, and I wanted to use those squares as a mask. So I could peel off this is where having new glasses would probably be a benefit. It's right there, I can see it. There we go. So I could lay that down and grab another. And lay that down. Now, mind you, these are not uniform in size. I'm just trying to give you the concept. And lay that down. Now let's just do 2 rows. So that one. I've got this one to use. Lay that down. Now these little squares you can keep. And you can see this one's awful close to that one. So I'm going to pull it up because it's like a Post-it note type of stick 'em on the back. And it's a high gloss, so I can kind of see where I'm laying them. Boy, after that first one, I've got it down, huh? All right, so I've masked off and I still have a few left to go. And they want you to use this with your dies, absolutely. Dies, punches, you name it, you can use it. And then I can go in and I can color. So let's take my yellow Well, make sure they're down good. And where that masking tape or film is, the color is going to resist. It's not going to color my white paper. So this is the simplified way of using it. You would use a punch, you would use your die cuts. I free-handed. Just so I could get something on there. And then let's grab pink maybe. And we'll just add some color. So this is what masking is. When people talk about masking, it's hiding something. I'm hiding the white paper that's underneath and adding all of these colors on top. So when I pull up those masks, what I'm gonna have is white paper underneath. And maybe we'll throw in a little bit of orange. Ooh. Okay, I think I got enough color down that you'll be able to see it pretty easy. So, I have made my own little pattern here. Peel off your masking film. And look at how beautiful is that. Now, these will stay sticky for quite some time. They will. I have been putting them on the back of, so this one is used. I've been putting them on the back of my sticky dot, the part that is just the liner that doesn't have the stickies. I've been putting them on the back of that to save them because they really do. You can use them again and again and again. And because they're kind of like that Post-it note adhesive, they don't tear your paper. So think about all the punches you have, all the dies that you have, that you can now make masks from, where you don't have to try and get the adhesive down and then pull it back up. It's a big sheet. I know other people have masking type film or masking type tape. So I'm just putting them on there and I'm gonna keep them. I know others have masking type film or masking type tape, but this is an entire sheet. It's a huge sheet. That means you can do bigger things with it. Much bigger things. And again, let's say I wanted to put it down. Now, I don't know what we do with this. Maybe we have little stamps that go in there. I'm just giving you the technique. I'm just showing you how it works. You're going to make something beautiful with it. But let's say we put these down and I pulled them up and I put them right back down again. this time on black paper. Gosh, we have punches from time gone by to use this with. Okay, so wash, rinse, and repeat. Same thing, put them right back down again. They're sticking. And this time I get out like my luster wax or something like that. How about like my silver? My silver or my copper? I don't know. Okay, so maybe I do my copper. Now, Crafter's Companion came out with a tool. They haven't actually launched yet. I'm not sure how many stores have them yet. They came out with these cute little spatulas. So if you guys watched me the other week, usually what I do is I take my little spouncer here and I go right into my luster wax, which is from Sizzix. It is a wax-based product, and I pull it up. But my gold and my silver and even my copper is getting a little down there. I mean, it's getting harder. Gosh, I almost ruined my other one. Oh yeah, see, I forgot that this was brand new, and I stuck this thing way down and it went shoop. It went whoop. Oh, maybe I'll use this one. Yeah, that's what it did. So they came out with these spatulas. They're silicone. They're amazing. Okay, so here's the image of it. They show it with like their texture pastes and things like that. You get 2 different sizes, and you get 2 of each size. These are amazing. It allows you to go in and like grab from the sides. Because they're silicone, they're flexible. Woo, hello. They're flexible. So it allows you to go in and get all that little beautiful product, maybe down at the very crevices, the very bottoms of your jars. You can butter up your, literally butter up your spouncer. This is the charcoal. It's brand new. We used it last week. I can just take it right off the side, butter up my dauber. Love these. I bought as many as I could. I'm like, this is a tool I need. Nope, delivery. So maybe your luster wax is getting towards the bottom, but there's so much goodness down there. How to get it out? Look at that. Just spatula it on up. If you want to use the spoon side, and like I said, there's 2 larges and 2 smalls. And then when I peel up, I've got my perfect black underneath. And if I want to lay it back down, it's still going to stick. You have a lot of life in these. So you don't want to do it as a one-use type of thing. You'll cut it and then find something to attach it to. How about we take, the new one is the ivory. So we're launching the ivory today. Where's my other spatula? And I could just take a little bit out. Ooh, look at that. Butter it up. I love that. Okay, this makes my life happy. Maybe put a little ivory on the top of this. I'm going to use the ivory later with an embossing folder. Talk about a no fuss, no muss way of doing stuff. Anyway, it lets you get all the way down to the bottom. And then when you're done, peel it off, bring that sheet over, and I'm just going to put it to the back because they still work. They're still sticky. I could use them again. I say 4 or 5 times easy. What's going to ultimately happen is that you're going to have edges that maybe start to curl up a little bit because I'm a little rough on when I put my stuff down, I'm like, not ooh, I'm like, get it down. So, but still, being that it is in such large sheets, it gives you options. And I just save them. All right, so these are new from Sizzix. New from Sizzix and from Crafter's Companion. The new spatulas, love, love, love. 2 sizes, 2 of each size. I think they retail for $8.99 and then we have them on sale. I bought all I could. And that's what the box looks like. So if you're looking for them elsewhere, this is the box you're looking for. All right, but me being me, I wanted to take the stencil film and push it as hard as I could. So I wanted to use it with my intricate dies because I wanted to see just how far we could make it go. And well, let me tell you, getting it out isn't the easiest thing, but once you've got it, it is magic. So I'm going to cut my die. Do I want to do this one first? I want to do this one. Maybe I do this one first. Maybe I'll do them both. I'll cut them both. And then I have options. So you always want to cut into the shiny part, not the dull. Shiny side up. You want that pretty glossy side facing you and your die down. Move it to the side and let's cut. Kind of at an angle, and let's send it on through. I feel like I'm not lined up properly. There we go. Okay, do you hear that? You're cutting through plastic. That's why it's making that noise. Nothing to be afraid of, nothing to worry about. And I don't know that I need to send it back through again. Nope, looks pretty good. Okay, here I go. So there's one done. And I'm going to sit it off to the side, and I'm going to cut my other. Now the larger pieces that fall out, you may want to keep those so you can do smaller masks with other things. That flower I just did has a couple really big pieces that will fall out. So shiny side, glossy side facing you. I'm on a precision base plate. I'm at a slight angle. Bring over my machine. And send it through. Creaks and cracks are okay. And I think one cut's going to do it. So now I have two to play with. Okay, pop it on out. Oh, I think the easier thing's going to be to just get rid of that background. Get rid of all the background. And then I'm going to pop out, see all that background's falling off? I'm going to pop out my mask. So a little finicky. I'm just pulling it out. It's plastic, so it's a little hardy. Pulling it out. Getting all the little nooks and crannies. Pulling it out. And one last spot. All right, done. So let's get off all the little extra pieces that I don't need. And all the little extra pieces I don't need. And I've got my mask. And I've got this piece here, which is the liner. So this can be used for something entirely different. It's a beautiful piece. There's no reason to not use it. You might be able to alcohol ink on top of it because it's a non-porous material. It's plastic. Pop out all the little doodads. I wouldn't throw that away. That's the liner for my mask. Now, since I've got it out, I'm gonna see, and I might save some of these little pieces because there's still shiny side there that I could cut into and make something out of. There's still shiny side there that I could cut out and make something out of. Really up to you how much of it you want to save. I'm gonna bring over my piece of white paper. And now I'm just gonna line this up. And see, it all falls back into place because it's a piece of plastic. Now I just have to put it down. I want to make sure that there's no little bumpies in it. So I want to make sure that it's laying completely flat. If I feel some bumpies in it, then I just pull it up and move it into its new position so that there's no bumpies. Now normally I would do this in black paper because I'm going to color this. Somewhere I've got it taunt. Okay, I gotta see what I'm doing. Gotta hold it up or I can't see it. So let's get it laid down. There we go. That's good. Oh, see, that's off. Gotta make it squared. Okay, so that's good. Pull this up, and you can just reposition and reposition and reposition until you've got it right. That's good. Oh, there we go. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. Boy, but that one's just slightly too, just straighten that bad boy out. Yay! Okay, I said I wanted to push it with this, so I used super intricate dies. And now it's down in place. And you can see that it's down in place. Typically, I would do this with black paper. I would cut this die out of black paper, and then I would go in and I would color it. Because if I cut this out of, let's say, yellow paper, off to the side for a minute. Let's cut this out of yellow. I want you to see apples to apples. It's important you see apples to understand the reasoning behind why this masking film is so important. Come on, find a place to grab. Oh, there we go. Pull, 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 pull. Pull, 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 pull. And then start taking it out. This is an intricate die. Because not that the design is intricate, but the lines are so fine. Okay, got it. This can all go into the trash. Let's sticky dot this and put it on white paper. That way I am apples to apples.
So the only way to get this onto my white paper is to add some sticky dots. We'll just get down there. And let's grab a piece of white paper. So I did the reverse on this one. So you can see it can layer either way. All right. So I've got this one in yellow and this one in masking. Typically I would do this in black because if I did it in black, whatever ink I layer on top of this, the black paper will absorb because it's black color. You won't ever see it. You won't see the ink. It won't make a difference on that black. Absolutely will not. But if I use a colored paper, that's a different story. So let's grab this one. Oh, I have this one. I have this one in black. Now we can go apples to apples to apples. Oh yeah, okay, that works. So I've got the three. One in black, one in yellow, one in masking. So if I were to come in here and let's just play with some color, and I was to do my yellow, and maybe do some pink. And maybe do a little more yellow. So all I'm doing is coloring. And because that black is black paper, all the colors I'm using are not visible because the black is absorbing them and hiding them. You don't see the pink over the top of the black. You don't see the yellow over the top of the black. It just gets absorbed into that color. And then maybe I do some blue. Oh, I forgot my green. Let's do a little green. Go back with my blue. Oh, too much blue. Oh, down, down, down. See, I told you I'm grrr. All right, so my black covered up all the color. And typically when I do this, I do it in black paper for that reason. Because I can go over the black paper and not have to worry. Done, easy peasy. But if I go over the yellow, so now I've got the exact same thing, only in yellow, right? Exact same thing. And let's do similar colors, that way, like I said, apples to apples. So let's do a little bit of yellow. And the yellow, no problem, because I'm working on yellow paper. But then let's throw in that pink. Now the color of my yellow paper is changing because I'm adding pink on top of it. It's not black where it will just absorb that color. It's going to change the color of the paper. Because pink is darker than the yellow, and it's just being absorbed right on in. It's sitting on top, and as it's absorbing into that yellow paper, it is changing the color. And I didn't want it to change the color. I wanted it to remain all yellow. Ooh, that'd have been close. Woohoo, that'd have been bad. Okay, and then let's add some blue. And some green. Doing exactly what I did before. No different. Except for I've got yellow paper instead of black. And the green's really gonna change. The green is really gonna change the color of my paper. Maybe I wanna scooch that over there just a little bit. So now I've lost my yellow paper. Now let's do the blue. Same thing, remember how I went over everything on the black? Only way to do this is apples to apples to apples, so you can see. Not the best blending job, but I'm just trying to get it down so you can see. Okay. So what started as vibrant yellow paper has now been muted by all the different colors. So what was my pretty yellow paper is now been covered up by all the ink. And that might be fine with you. But what if you wanted to be able to have that paper pristine, beautiful, amazing, without having to worry about the ink changing its color? That's where the masking comes in. That's where this masking comes in. Make sure it's all the way down. Oh, I just moved it. Press, press, press. Anywhere there's like little bumpies, just kind of walk them out with your finger until it lays flat. I feel a little bumpy there. And with dies that are not this intricate, they're going to work just like the squares, easy peasy. But I wanted to really test this. I mean, I really wanted to push it. Ellison doesn't know what I'm doing with it. Sizzix has no idea what I'm doing with it. I bought it. I bought it. It's mine. All right. So let's color. I start with my yellow. Put my blue lid on my yellow. And I'll do my flower. And I'll do some of my butterfly. Go in with some of the pink. So we're going apples to apples here. And as I'm adding my color, you can see where the mask is. And some green. For my leaves, I'll make sure my leaf is in the right place. And the green for my leaf. And then let's go in with some blue. And again, maybe not the best blending job, but this is about the technique. I keep forgetting to blot it off. Okay. Yes, I know I'm not being as gentle as I should. Oh, that's not a great blending job. All right, I think that's enough blue. I think you'll get the idea. Now this is still good. I can still use this again and again and again and again. It's still tacky. All I have to do is lay it down on my paper and kind of store it there. I'm not even going to clean it. So we've got the black, which absorbs all color. We have the yellow, which when I went over the top of it, I lost the yellow. And now we have this. I'm going to grab that yellow paper and I'm going to cut that design one more time, because now I can layer it on top to have that crisp, bright, sharp, beautiful yellow that I wanted. I know exactly where to line it up. Exactly where to line it up. Green, pink. So let's bring over that yellow and grab my die again. Now you may want to just leave it in white. You absolutely could. You may not want to die cut anything more on it at all. And let's cut this out. And then let's sticky dot it. Line it back up. Send it back. Does it need to go back through? I bet it doesn't. All the little fallouts that I don't need. And put all of that in the trash. And let's pull out the die. Very thin lines. I go all the way around. I do the whole border. And then I go back in and grab the detail. And just kind of work my way down through the die. There we go. Sticky dots. Lay it down. Sticky dot. Pull up. And now I clearly see where I need to line everything up. And because you're using sticky dots, you can start, and if you need to adjust, you just pull it up and line it up. So I'm just matching my die to my white. So I'm just making sure all that white is covered up. And I just line it right on up. And now my yellow is as yellow as I wanted it. And I didn't lose my color. This needs to go over. There we go. And this needs to move up. There we go. And all I'm doing is following the white lines. And where I need to fix it, see, I need to fix it down there. Up here, I'm good. I just need to layer it and fix it. I just need to line it up, move the paper where it needs to go. Until I've got all my white lines covered. And because it's paper, it's pliable. You might have to move one piece a little bit one way and another piece a little bit another way until you've got it all lined up. But that lets me color and keep my paper the color I want to keep it. You know what? I'm not going to pull this one out yet. So I changed my paper because I inked on top of it. But here, because I used the masking, I could color where I wanted to color. I could see what I needed to color. I could see the design, so I knew my butterfly was up here and my flower was there because I could see it. It was visible on my paper, so I knew where to color. Pull it up and then put the paper that you want down on top. Maybe I want a specialty paper. Maybe I want let's see, maybe I want gold. Or maybe I want the oh, should we try gold? I love that too. I'm looking at my opulent. So if I had colored on top of this, you would have seen all the yellow and the pink and the blue. This would not have been able to absorb. But because I put the masking down, the masking film from Sizzix, new product, I was able to be specific where I colored, without losing my paper. Otherwise, otherwise this is your option, really. This is it, using black paper and going over the top. And it's lovely, but sometimes you want to do something else. Pop this one out. Oh, delicate, delicate, delicate. Pull my die out. Pull my die out. Okay, just about there. Bam, got it. And maybe I don't want the yellow. Maybe I want to go over the top in the opulent. It's all about options, but I could never ever do either of these if I didn't start with this. Because the moment I color over the top, I change the color of the paper that I'm using. And I like that bright yellow. I like the charcoal opulent. Gosh, I could even layer that on top and kind of put it as a shadow. I mean, I sure could. I like that. But it all starts with that masking film. All starts with that masking film. Black, easy. Colored paper or opulent, you're gonna change the color or leave the color exactly as it is by using the masking film. Now I have this other one here that I haven't opened up yet. I have this one. And I think with this one, I'm going to be very, very specific about my colors, which again, if I started with a black piece of paper, I'd be fine. But if I start with a colored piece of paper, not so much. So let's grab a piece of white paper. And I need to separate it. I still have this I can use for something. It's the liner. I'm gonna use it for something. And then I can lay this piece down. Pull those up. So there's that one. I'm just trying to get my leaves in the right place. So think about all the dies you already own that you can make stencils out of now. Stencils that stick. You don't have to tape down. I cannot get that leaf where I want it to be. That we try again. And it just peels up and lays down. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Okay, where do I want this one to be? Right there. And this one, maybe a little bit narrower, and right there. That looks good. Huh, that looks good. Yay! Down we go. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Down it is. So I'm using super intricate dies because I really wanted to push it. Can it work with super intricate dies? Yeah. It took me a minute to get it down. Yeah, it sure did. And on this one, I think I want to go in and be specific about, I mean really specific about what I color. I'm going to paint. So I'm going to grab, for ease of use, I'm going to grab my marabous because I've got them right here. I'm going to add a little bit of water. And I want to be very specific about what I paint on this. So I'm going to take my paintbrush. Hopefully it's not dirty. You know, that's a good question, Stacy. Ha. See, it was. Add a little water. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to need to pick it up so that I can see the reflection. I need to be able to see what I'm painting. And I'm just going to go in there. Now I'm being super specific about what I'm doing. Okay, you can't do this any other way. No other way. Because I need this to peel back up so that I can lay down whatever color I choose to as the finished. Now let's pull another color of marabou. Lid, please. I get so excited. I never know where I put some of my stuff. How about some pink? I'm just going in and painting with my marabous. And I'm staying within the lines. This might be too light. Well, let's finish with it, and then I think I'm going to add some other color. So I'm staying within the lines of my flower because I'm being very specific where I'm painting. And I'm blending it into my yellow. I went a little bit out of the lines there, but that's okay. So do you like the idea of just taking color and just going all over it? That might be easier for you. You may be very A-type and want to be very specific on what colors you use and where they land and how they blend. Okay, so I added a little bit of pink. I think I might go in with a little bit of orange. And because I can see where the design is, I can add my color exactly where I want it. So now I'm blending my pink and my orange and my yellow. No rhyme or reason, I'm just going over it. I try not to give too much thought when I'm painting. All right, and maybe just a little bit more yellow. So here I am. Can you see how specific I've been with my painting? Can you see that having that masking film allows me to go in and decide exactly what I want to paint? Now, if I was using just black paper, I could do the same thing, but I want to use something pretty. All right, so I've got some going on here. I could do this all day, and I know I need to stop. But it so makes my heart happy. And I haven't cleaned my brush. I'm just going anyway. Okay, I'm gonna be done with it, I promise. I need to do my leaves. So let's grab, I will clean my brush for that. Let's grab my green. And my green. I have two greens. Let's wipe up my orange and my, and let's put down some green. I need to be able to move it so I can see where it is. So I'm just kind of lifting it up. And adding some paint so I can see where it is. And I always start with my lightest color first, because if you start with your darkest color, it's kind of like that black paper where you put down a dark color and then you try to put down a light color and you don't see the light color because it's been absorbed into that darker. So I always try to start with my light and then build my color on top of that. So now that I can see where my leaves are, I can go in maybe with a little bit of darker green. A lot of water on there. Okay. Look at how I can just paint my color exactly where I want it to be. Then it's up to me. What do I want to do now? Do I want to go in with blues and make my background? Do I want to use ink to make my background? Do I want to use marabou to make my background? Get rid of my green. A little bit of blue. And I can go outside my lines. See how I'm going outside my lines? Because nobody's going to see that. Or maybe you like it outside the lines and everybody's going to see it. I'm so glad we have marabou crayons back again. They're one of my favorite ways to paint and color just because they're easy. I have no problems with them. They're forgiving, they're blendable, they move, they're inexpensive. Oh, Stacy, see, I'm not so gentle. Probably just lost that detail, but that's okay. And I'm just going around the whole thing, and I'm not being pretty about it. I'm just getting some color down. And you may wanna add some other colors. What else do I have here? I suppose I could try to add very lightly. Just some purple to give it some really watercolory kind of look. No rhyme, no reason. I just go, and that's how you should do it. Just go. Give yourself the opportunity to play. So a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple. Just to make a background. Scribble, scribble, scribble. That's my motto. All right, done. Really? She says. All right. Pull off our mask. Do not throw our mask away. Find a place to store it. Because you can use it again. And then what color do we want to put? Maybe you want it just like this. Maybe you are done. It's possible. Maybe that's it for you. What if we go super crazy? Super crazy with the color. That way it's super bright. It's this one that I'm using. Can you see how that masking film can just change everything about all the dies you own? It just changes everything. It all of a sudden gives you so many more options. Pop it out. There's my die. And now I can layer it. Right on top. I would not be able to do that if I had put this down first and came into paint. You would have the marabou over all of that beautiful tealy blue happiness. You wouldn't see it. It changes it. But having that mask down first it just opened up all the doors. I've got so many ideas for these masks. I do. Because it's a full-size sheet and not a tape. Oh my gosh. Because it's that Post-it note type of background and it sticks again and again and again and again and again. And then I just bring this over and I start with the flower. And I want to layer it onto the flower to cover all the white. I will work towards the frame once I've got my flower where I'm happy. And remember, paper is malleable, so you might have to bend your paper a little bit and move it a little bit to form to where the white is. The plastic, it's a little more wiggly jiggly. So I want to push this in place, line it up. You may even want to leave a little white behind it so you have almost like a shadow going. Scooch that on over, line that on up. And because you're using sticky dots, you have the opportunity to move it. It's not stuck until you say it's stuck. So easy to do. Yes, please. Yeah, but we're not done yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, let's take another one. So I did this one. I played with this one last night. So I've already made the stencil. So I'm going to take a piece of white paper and I'm going to put it down. So this one is this one right here. So I made this one last night when I was playing. And I'm just going to lay it on down. See, you know, once you've worked with them, they kind of just start to fall into place. It's like after you've used them once, they kind of just like relax a little bit. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and this time I'm not going to be specific. I'm not going to paint. I will grab the marabous just because they're easy peasy. And I will grab some baby wipes. And I like my yellow combination. So a little bit of yellow. And I'm just dabbing it in there with a baby wipe. Ooh, maybe I do two at the same time. Let's do this one. I'm gonna do 2 at the same time. Why? Because I can. Scissors, please. So I did this one last night too. And see, it just lifts right up. It's still sticky. Crazy how that is. And it seems after you've used them, the first time they just tend to fall in place. It's like that first use, they're like, I'm not sure what I want to do. Let me get that little, hello you, thank you. Let's just lay it down. And lay it down. There we go. Yes! And I bet if I did this one now that I've done it once, I could lay it down. Just kind of let it lay itself down. Now that it's been used, it says, oh, I understand what you want me to do. I get it. And you let it do its thing. Wahahahaha. Wahahaha. Yay. Okay, let's play with these. So let's do our yellows. And I'm just gonna blot, 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 blot. And then maybe we'll do some pink. Where's that dark pink? How about this one? Little less, but some dark pink in there. Now, because I'm using a baby wipe, I can't necessarily be overly specific where I'm putting my color. It's gonna go out of the lines for sure. But I can clearly see where my flowers are, and I can clearly go in there and dot, 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 and blend, blend, blend. And same thing, maybe I come in here with some orange. So I'm just doing 2 of them at the same time because I can. Oh, I dotted away all that pink. Okay, so I've got those good. It's all outside, but it is what it is. Let's do a little bit of green. I don't have any green on that one. I still want to go over there with green, but there's no green to be had. Okay, so I've done my flowers and I did them quick and I did them easy. I did them with my baby wipes. But now you're saying, how do I go back in there and color? I still want to do that in green. Well, what if we did it a little differently? What if we didn't go back in here and add blues? What if we didn't add inks? What if we did it a little different? Okay, what if we did a little different? I think I'm going to, should I pull it on up and add my color down first, or? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna grab this one. And what color do we want in there? How about that beautiful, that blue was beautiful. Let's do that blue again. This is yummy. Oh, nope, this and then this. And then that. And then that. And let's go. And pop it out. Okay, there we go. I need to get rid of all the blue stuff that's in there. Okay, good. Sticky dot it. Bring it over, pull off my mask. Which I can then use again. There will come a point where you can't, but not yet. Pull up my dot. And here we go. And let's layer it down. So I want to find all the white spaces, and I just want to line it up to cover those. And I may have to tweak it a little bit. I might have to move a little bit here and a little bit there to get it all lined up. I'm going to start with my flower and line my flower up first, and then I'll work on the border. So move the paper where the paper needs to be. Move this one over just a little bit. This one over just a little bit. Okay, we're good. Now you're saying, what about the outside? What about all of this? I know. What if we grab some black paper? Sizzix has new embossing folders. They have new 3D embossing folders. There's 4 of them. I have all 4 of them. 3 of them are full size and 1 of them's a mini. Oh, here. So 3 of them are full size. And music notes. And then the cute little mini. I'm gonna use, maybe I'll use both of them. So I'm gonna take my black paper, and you think I'm gonna stick it right in here, don't you? And send it on through. But I'm not yet. I have to take my die and I have to cut my black. And you're like, wait, stop, what are you doing? Wait, I don't understand. I know, it's a visual thing. I hear you, it's a visual thing. And the most important thing I want, is the background. The most important thing I want are all the bits and pieces. All the pieces we normally throw away are the pieces that I want. Then I'm going to bring over, I want to do this one or that one. Then I'm going to bring over, we'll do this one. And I'm going to lay those bits and pieces into my embossing folder. And I'm almost going to build my flower in my embossing folder. Now you don't have to be so specific about where you put them. You just want them to all be in there and all facing ideally the right direction. Okay, so I've taken all the extras, all the pieces we would normally throw away. I think I got them all. All the pieces we would normally throw away, and I've put them in my embossing folder. Oh, but I put them in backwards. Okay. Flip, flip, flip. So I didn't look at my embossing folder first. That was a mistake. Close it up. Stacy. Well, it is what it is. Okay, we're going to rebuild my puzzle. Okay, my embossing folder needs to have the word Sizzix facing you. That means it's up. I didn't do that. So I know this one goes there, and this one is there, and this one, don't do what I did, is there, and this one is there, and this little guy is there, and this little guy is there, and then my last one is there. Okay, let's try that again. So I've got all of my little negatives. The little pieces you normally throw away are all in here. Let's hope I didn't miss one. If I did, I'll just cut it. I do not need my precision base plate. I do not need my solo shim. This is a 3D embossing folder. I'm just gonna send it through on my platform, directly on my platform. And with one cut plate or do not cut plate on the top. That's all you need. You're not going to sandwich it between two cut plates. You're not going to use anything else but the base plate and one platform and send it on through. It's a 3D embossing folder. So now I've embossed all my little bits. And I'm going to take my ivory luster wax. I'm going to grab my little spatula because I can now. I'm going to butter it up because, man, that makes it easy. Anything I don't use, I can put back. And now I can come in and just hit all the places. So that embossing raises up. So pretty. Okay, so those are the big pieces. I have the 3 small pieces still to do. I'm going to grab some sticky dots. And so I don't lose them, I'm going to put them right away, right down on my sticky dots. I am now paper piecing with my background. I still have 3 little pieces to do. And I don't want to lose them because they're kind of small. That's good. Put that in there in a space where there's room. That looks good. Put that in a space where there's room. And then my last one here. And that looks good. Just use up all that space. So now I've got all of my negatives. right here, ready to go. So I did this with my baby wipes. Used the masking so I did not get it all over my beautiful blue. Don't like the background that I've done because I went out of the lines because I did use baby wipes. Now I come back in. And just start to fill my space up. Now this one has the insert of the leaf in it. So I'm just gonna take and kind of cut it. Maybe right there. Let's see how that is. And just fill in. Fill in my space. That one, I'm missing that one. And that one, I'm missing that one. Did I do it backwards? That is definitely not that one. Maybe I just need to move my space over a little bit to make them line up. Nope. That one is definitely that one. And that one is definitely that one. Oh, there, I did. I had it backwards. Yep, backwards. And I'm building the background. So I'm missing that one. Let's see if it's still in here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Chances are I threw it away. Do we see it down here in the trash? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So I'm just gonna cut, and I don't need that one anymore. So I'm missing this little one and that one. I'm just gonna cut those really fast. Scissors, black paper. So I need that one. And I need, oh, that one's still in there. Yay! That one's still in there. Okay, tweezers. Tweezers. That one's right. Yeah, that one's still in there. Let's get that one out. Yay! A little bit of sticky dot. And I can put that one right in there. Now the only one I'm missing is that one. Okay, let's cut that one out real fast. So I'm missing this one right here. That's okay, we'll fix it. Gosh, I don't even think I'll need my precision base plate, but I will need my solo shim because all I want is that one little piece. And a cut plate. And let's get it out. Stacy, I can't tell where it is. Is that it? Okay, I need to go slower. I need to see what I'm doing. We'll wash, rinse, and repeat one more time. And this time I do think maybe I will use my precision base plate just to make sure it cuts. Thought I might not need it, but okay, all I want is that one little piece. That's it. Oh man, it means I'm not going to be able to do the second one. One little piece. There. Oh. And mind you, I still have the whole die in there to pull out. I haven't even done that yet. And then I do have to emboss it because I'm me. Sizzix facing me. Make sure I've got the die in the right direction. Put it on an embossed area. No base, no bottom plate, no solo shim, just the base plate and a cut plate or a do not cut plate and send it on through. A little bit of luster wax in the ivory just to hit those embossing areas. Oh, so pretty. Okay, the ivory's beautiful. A little bit of sticky dot. So you watch this in chunks, maybe not all at the same time, because I do feel like I have to finish that second one. I just do. And layer it in. So pretty. And you could not do this. This technique is not possible without having the masking sheets. It is just not possible. I do feel, I'm so sorry, I know it's long, but I do feel I need to finish. So I am gonna do this one. So how about we do this one in a pretty yellow? So let's find that die. Right here. And maybe we do it in a pretty soft yellow. Oh, that's a good yellow right there. I'm just gonna cut the die real quick. have I made a mess? Bring over my Big Shot machine. I'm die cutting, so this time I do need my precision base plate. I do need my solo shim. I don't need a bottom cut plate. Just a top cut plate or do not cut plate, and send it through. And I'm cutting for the outline. So I don't care about any of the background right now. We'll get to that in just a minute. I'm cutting for the outline. So remember, we started super simple. This may be out of your comfort zone. You may be hanging with me just for the companionship. Yay! Good. Okay, I'm going to use this one again in just a minute. Bring it over. Remember, this is how it was. Take off my mask. Save my mask. Because it's still good. It's still sticky. Let's add some sticky dots to my die cut. Line it up with my image. Start with the flowers and worry about the outline later, the border. Start with the flowers and get that all lined up. Well, that lined up pretty darn easy peasy. Start with the flowers. And then let's die cut again. And I think I'm going to use this beautiful blue. And this time I'm cutting for the surrounding. I'm cutting for the pieces we normally throw away. That's what I'm looking for. Let me get rid of all of this so I don't get confused. At my age, it's getting easier and easier to go into the next room and say, what was I in here for? So I'm going to cut for all the pieces I would normally throw away. I think I can just barely squeeze that out. Bring over my Big Shot machine. Down. Angle. Now I could just put those in and build them in the space and have a flat background. I could, but why? I love this folder. This is my favorite. Love this one. The four of them are amazing. I like that it's a small collection, not too big of a launch. And yes, we'll have all four, and yes, they'll be on an I want it all, and oh, I don't want to lose anything I need. So I need this piece. Make sure my Sizzix is facing me. Okay, so I know I need this piece. And I know I need this piece. And I'm just building it on the inside. And I know I need this piece. One, two, three. I need this piece. Four. And then I need this little piece right here. Ooh, that's a little piece. All right, so I've got all my pieces. Close it up and send it on through. Move it over just a little bit. Close it up and send it on through. And I still have a die in that color that I can use. Bring over my machine. No precision base plate, no solo shim, just your base platform. I've got my embossing folder with one little piece trying to escape. Push him back in and send it on through. Bring over my sticky dots. I've got them all embossed. As I take them out, I add a little bit of my luster wax. I love the spatulas. I'm using the ivory today. Ivory is brand new. Just add a little bit of luster wax to it to highlight that embossing. And once you've got that done, open your sticky dots and put it in place so you don't lose it. Bam, one down. Now let's do this one. And it doesn't matter where you put it on your, you want to take up as least amount of room as possible on your sticky dots. Let's do my next big piece. Let's add a little bit more luster wax. It's what it reminds me of, buttering up a piece of bread. So I know this is really long, but I can't not finish. And the good thing about YouTube is that you can watch it in chunks. Last but not least, this little tiny guy. There, that's enough color for him. Okay. I told you this was going to be a technique-y one. Bring back good press and start building it in. And because you've got the sticky dots on the back, you just layer it in. And push it down. So is this what they had intended for these masking sheets to be? I'm not entirely sure because we absolutely took it past what I think that maybe they had anticipated. But that would be me. Oh, did I do this one backwards? I sure did. Sticky dots. A little bit of luster wax. And I thought I pulled them out exactly right. I think I need more sticky dots than that. And then this one, and it turns out there's one more at the bottom, but I'm gonna let it be. No, I'm not. Gosh, I can't get this. I bet you it's because of the luster wax. Let's give this one a good hard push, and actually I found it. Let's just take that little one right out. Sure I get some sticky dots on the back. I think the luster wax, since now I have it on both sides, is giving me a little grief, but that's okay. We'll just do it until we get it right. There we go. Oh, we did it. It took a while, but we got there. Actually, it didn't take that long at all comparatively, but it would be impossible to do any of this without the masking. You may be saying, I don't want to do any of this. You may be saying, I like what she did about an hour and a half ago. That's okay too. Oh my gosh. Okay. We started here. We moved to, come on, stay down. We moved to here. We hit here. And we compared it to here, here, and there. How to keep your paper clean. Black paper, easy peasy. Colored paper, going over it with any kind of ink, not so much. Use the masking film to be able to do it there. Then we colored. Easy peasy. We painted specifically where we wanted it to be. Then we used the embossing folders. We paper pieced with embossing folders. We colored where we wanted. We swish, swish, swish with our swish, 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 swish with our baby wipe. We hid all the background and we paper pieced with our embossing folders. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. Okay, so what did you think? Are you still with me? It's 3 hours later, but what's 3 hours between friends? All right, you guys, remember the masking film can be used again and again and again. Until it is no longer sticky, you can use it. Brand new from Sizzix. Brand new from Crafters, the little spatulas. Love both the masking film and the spatulas. Brand new from Sizzix, you've got the cream or the ivory. I released this one. I did this one last week. We'll leave them both up there, but now the ivory's available for sale. Beautiful. I've got the embossing folders. 4 of them. Brand new, great value. And then I have got my dies that we have used several of today. Oh my gosh. I might have used all but one. I don't think I used this one, but I might have used all but one. I told you it was going to be a class. I warned you. All right, samples. Let's just get to samples. Let's start with Belinda. 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 Love this one, Belinda. Love this one. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Beautiful. Love this one. These are great, Belinda. Then she gets a little mixed media with us. You go, girl. Look at, with texture pastes. Well done, you. Love them. Then we go to Doris. Paper piecing. Alcohol inking. Love them. Oh, I hope there's not a, is there sentiments inside? Oh. Look at how beautiful is that. I love that the girls each have, look at how pretty is that. Each of the girls has their own style. This is Doris. Yay. And then look at how elegant is this. So we have Doris. Then we have Claire. Just a note. Look at how sweet is this. These are all Claire. Oh, I love this one. She paper pieced it back together again. I love it. Oh my gosh, and I love the next one. This is beautiful. And I love the, these are all good. All of the girls do such an amazing job every single week. Beautiful, right? Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have Elena. Hold, please. Let me grab Elena's. And Elena used Fine Tech. Ooh. And Elena used Fine Tech and paper pieced it back in, right? Ooh. Fine Tech is just a little bit of happiness. It's a watercolor, highly pigmented metallic paint, watercolor pans. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. They are not inexpensive, but they are worth every penny of it. These are Elena. And last but not least, she did a layout where she mixed two of the flowers together here and then down into the poppies. Oh my gosh, this was long. I'm sorry. But I had to finish. I'm sorry. I could not complete this one. It just had to be done. I love these. I think they're so beautiful. And there's no other way to do it than really the way I did with that masking, because it allows you to have the paint, it allows you to have a clean die cut, it allows you to cover up what you don't like with the embossing folders. All right, you guys, wow. Holy smokes, artichokes. It's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Not sure who's still with us, but thank you for hanging. Oh my gosh, where are you going to find all this? Well, Simply Defined is exclusively here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I know Sizzix has chapter 2 out, so you may be able to find the embossing folders and the luster wax, and maybe even the masking sheets at your local independent retailer. Go tell them hello. And the Crafter's Companion, I think that's a little harder to come by, but you can absolutely check around and see if your local independent store has them. And if not, then come online and we'd be happy to have you as a customer. We'd be very, very honored. So I am Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Next week is YouTube number 499. I hope you join me then. And until then, everybody have a great week. I will see you Monday for our next Make It Monday event at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we bring you a super-de-duper-de value at a really great price. $19.99 is our norm. So $80 to $100 worth of product for $19.99. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Oh, and it's penny black. I'll see you later. Bye.